everyone. Today we have to talk about a trending project that is already down 22% and it has already launched. So this is none other than Monad. We're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So this thing literally just launched, guys. It literally just launched like last week, literally. November 24th, 23rd, something like that. But it just launched last week. As soon as it launched, literally got listed to all of the exchanges, and now it has already pulled back to some new lows. So this is going to be the same for a lot of projects. A lot of projects that try to launch right now are going to do very, very poorly because we're not in a good space in the crypto market. Like, we're literally nearing the peak of the bull market, and well, we already kind of hit the peak, and now we're like entering bear market territory. And if we continue to break down on Bitcoin, we continue to be in bear market territory. So launching new projects like this is not a good idea. So I'm going to go over what I think is about to happen next with this project. But first, we're going to talk about what it is. As you can see, 308 million inside of market cap. It's an EVM project as well. It's 429 million inside of trading volume. And as you can see, you know, it's a basic project, right? It's like what you expect out of every single project. They all are kind of the same at this point. There's really nothing much that they can do to be different. The high performance EVM blockchain built for scale, which every new project that's a layer one is claiming the same thing. Monad is the next generation Ethereum compatible chain delivering 10,000 TPS sub-second finality, low fees, and scalable decentralization all in one. Pretty much everything out there. A new benchmark for crypto: fast, familiar, frictionless, no more high fees, which we have in almost every project now, or long waits, which we have in almost every project. Apps on Monad feel instant, cost pennies, and work with the wallets and tools you already know and love, just like on Solana and the other ones, Sui, all that. Decentralized by design. All right, good. You guys kind of get the gist here. So I'm not hating on the project. I'm just saying we have too many crypto projects. There's too many at this point. There's too many. This is why altcoin season is not happening, because literally we get new altcoins every day. I watched a video. Some guy, he actually did some research, and he said like there's like 50,000 or 100,000 crypto coins created every day or something stupid like that. And there's over like 100 million coins. And they compared it to the previous rallies, right? And all the previous rallies, they had about 1% of the coins that we have today, right? So they only had 1% of what we already have today, and we have way too many coins. So that's why altcoin season isn't the same. We just have too many crypto projects, and you're gonna see a lot launch like this, and over time they're gonna go all the way down, and they're not gonna do well. I'm not saying this one in particular will do that, but most of them are not gonna do well. So I'm just kind of putting that out there. A lot is staked on this, and sure, people are rallying around it now, but give it a few years. Give it a few years. People are rallying around it now, though. But yeah, we'll see what happens with this project. But yeah, it was pumping, but it's not anymore. But you know, a lot of people, they seem to think it's about to take off again. A lot of people are really waiting for, you know, this thing to keep going up, but we seen what happened to like Avantis when it launched. All these projects that just recently launched, like Avantis, Aster, Pudgy Penguins. We seen a lot of projects launch that have came down a lot, but they're still kind of, you know, like living, and they're still alive. But I feel like a lot of projects like this, they just come out of nowhere. They come out the blue. Somehow their Twitter already has 1.3 million followers. I don't know. But let's talk about the technicals, because that is my specialization here. So anyways, we are pretty much pulling back down here to this support here at the Fibonacci. This is a critical level actually for this. So if we were to break this that would actually be a pretty bad thing. It would be pretty bad if it broke. But anyways, I'm not saying that it will break soon, but you know, it's always a possibility. So anyways, we can look at this two ways. We could look at this as we have a what is this? A bullish ascending triangle. Yeah, ascending triangle. this could quite possibly be that, and we could have a recovery here from the bottom. So I would say definitely watch out for that. Or you could try to spin it and say, no, that's a symmetrical triangle actually, and it's coming from a downtrend, so it's a bearish symmetrical triangle. So you could try to argue and say that too. But I don't know. You can't really just pick one and not pick the other. Like they both kind of look right. This one's a little bit off, as you can see. It breaks out just a little bit there, and that's kind of what leads me to want to say this being the symmetrical triangle. So I don't know. We'll see if this is a bearish symmetrical triangle. Then we'll end up seeing this dropping and probably going down here to this level here. I guess we can use this as support, and this will be 0.025. So I predict it will drop to 0.025 soon if this is bearish. If you come back here, that was also resistance down here. Let me mark it right there. That was resistance here, and it was support there. We don't have much information to work off of, but and also a little resistance here on that candlestick. But yeah, we don't have enough information to work off of for that. But with what we do have, 0.025 is probably going to come next if this is bearish and it continues to break down. But if it's not bearish and this is indeed a ascending triangle, right? It'll be a funky looking ascending triangle. But if this is, and it's not the symmetrical, then we should see the bulls pushing this back up to 3 cents, 0.031 to be exact. But we will see what happens. The symmetrical triangle looks more realistic, but still anything could happen. We are looking like we're actually about to break out here soon on the percent R trending exhaustion. This is just a short-term chart to a 5-minute chart, and it's right here, and it's looking like it wants to break out right here. So there's a possibility that it could break out right there, and we should really know that in about the next 5 minutes or so. But I'm not about to keep making this video just to show that. But I'm still standing on it, even if this breaks out and goes to 0.035. I don't feel like the crypto market is in a good shape to pretty much foster on new projects. So I don't think that it could last too long, like the rally with this, because it's just not a bullish. This isn't a bullish place right now in the crypto market to just launch projects like that. But it does look like it wants to break out soon. I'm showing you all the proof here. It looks like it's breaking out. Like this is pretty much oversold on the percent R trending exhaustion for the hourly chart. We can easily recover from here and have a nice pump here easily. The MACD showing selling pressure is pretty much slowing down and stopping, switching to buying pressure. That's what it looks like here. So yeah, we could pump to 0.035. Well, no, that's not 0.035. Sorry, 0.031. We could pump to 0.031, but again, if that doesn't happen, we're looking for 0.025. And if it does break out to 0.031, I don't think that it will be a long-lived breakout. This is actually exactly how the Avantis chart looks. This is actually kind of funny, but let's show you guys this. So let's look at Avantis when everything started. The same exact thing, right? Breaks out, massive breakout, massive dump, drops back down near to where it launched at, tries to recover, continues to pull back, right? And we've actually seen this multiple times with a lot of projects. Recently, Aster breaks out, goes crazy, pulls back. Pudgy Penguins, that's another one. Let's go to Pengu. I got it right here. Pudgy Penguin, same thing. Actually, no, Pudgy Penguins is actually pretty different. But yeah, you get the drift. With Aster and Avantis, they look exactly the same. So we are seeing this, time and time again with a lot of projects. I think Dash isn't similar. But yeah. So yeah, they're all looking the same. I would be extremely careful with any new project that launches right now, especially if they do it like a big launch. They pump huge, massively, and then hit like a plateau and then dump from there. You should definitely be careful. So yeah, I would say be careful with this. Even though it might look like it might break out now, it could, and it really could. It could run up, but be careful. This is all I got for you guys today, though. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. As always, I'll be back with another video.